Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the third spin-off of the Walking Dead universe that was confirmed earlier this week. So if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss more future Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. It was confirmed earlier this week, I think on Monday, by comicbook.com that they had AMC has officially greenlit the third Walking Dead spinoff or companion series. They're being very quiet as to if it's a spinoff or a companion series. I'm very curious to see what it ends up being. But from the reports that we're getting, we got some interesting information. First off, we're getting two female lead characters, which is very interesting in itself. I know, and I get some people might not like that, but I feel like it makes sense with how Fear went. I feel like they kind of failed in that aspect with the female lead. However, I feel like they could recover here and do better with this female lead, possibly. I think this could be a good sign for the new series. Having younger people, definitely hitting that younger demographic, because from what the article tells us is that it's going to be following the new generation of people that were born in the zombie apocalypse as they come of age. Now, from what I understand, coming of age pretty much means anywhere between the ages of 15 to probably about early 19, 20 maybe, somewhere around there. That's how I classify coming of age. Now, automatically, I do have some nervous feelings regarding this show. Right off the bat, when I think of two young female leads, it reminds me of The 100. For those of you who don't know what The 100 is, it's a CW show. It follows a group of young teenagers who return to Earth in this post-apocalyptic world, and if I'm being honest, it's not the best show out there. If you're looking for good post-apocalyptic TV shows, but just don't care about any realism or any good storytelling, sure, go check that out. It's on Netflix. The first 5 seasons are out. Season 6 starts at the end of the month. But overall, I am very nervous about this, especially with the female leads. It says some will be heroes, some will be villains, suggesting that either of these are going to be friends, maybe siblings, and they end up going down. One goes down a dark path, one continues on the good path. I think that could be a very interesting storyline if you have one of them be the hero, one of them be an antagonist, and have it be, don't kill off one of them right at the end of the season. Have them have this rivalry throughout the series, having made the one that goes bad start off going bad early on. You see them go down this dark path. They don't get killed off, but they go down this dark path. I think that's very cool and interesting storyline to see. Now, we got an announcement that Matt Negrete, I think that's how you pronounce his name, will be the showrunner of this new series, which is some good news in my opinion. He has written some really good episodes of The Walking Dead. Now, unlike Dave Erickson, who did the first few seasons, I actually am okay with this, like I said, compared to Dave Erickson, who did the first 3 seasons of Fear. I honestly didn't like. I feel like there's gonna be unpopular opinion, but I didn't really like what Dave Erickson did the first few years on Fear the Walking Dead. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but was he involved in The Walking Dead prior to Fear? I don't remember that. I wasn't looking it up and interested in it as much back then. But I am very curious to see what Matt Negrete does here. He's involved in The Walking Dead. He's been there for a few years now. I think since season 5, maybe 4. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But he's been around for a while. So I feel like he understands the Walking Dead universe very well. He understands what has worked for The Walking Dead in the past. He understands what fans want to see in The Walking Dead. One of the things I feel like Fear struggled with is that they didn't really know what they wanted to do. And they were just kind of similar to The 100, but in a better way, throwing things at the wall, hoping things stick. Like they did the boat thing, because everybody always asked, what happened? Why not just go on a boat? What's going on in other countries? They answered those questions in season 2. But they didn't execute them into their full potential as I believe they could have. I feel like Matt Negrete here could do some interesting new things. They have said it's going to be taking place in a new pocket of the world. Personally, I hope that they don't go to another country. That's just my own personal bias. I don't want them to be in another country. I want this group to be in the United States. Just because, for me, I hate just the whole subtitles. That Daniel episode in season 3 of Fear, where it was all in Spanish, just really annoyed me. So I'm really hoping that they don't go to another country. I know there's rumors of the first half of Fear being connected to this larger universe, so I think that they could do something there where our Fear cast, maybe that's where those two little kids are connected. That girl Annie in the trailer, maybe that's one of the girls that we meet up in Fear. We follow her down the line, and we follow her coming of age story in the future in the Never series. I think that'd be a very interesting storyline and series to see, especially we run into this character, we don't know him at first, and then we get to know him later on. I think that could be a very interesting storyline to go off, and I think that Fear could benefit from that. Do like what the Chicago franchise has done. Do a backdoor pilot in the episode of in an episode of Fear. Like, do a backdoor pilot and introduce these characters, and then they may go off or get separated for some reason, and that's why our Fear cast doesn't run back into them. I think that'd be a very interesting, cool idea. Now, according to the reports that we're getting, this show will most likely start filming, or is pretty much confirmed to be filming, in the summer of this year, which means I'm predicting this right now. I feel like by the time Comic-Con comes, we'll be getting probably maybe a poster, maybe the title will probably be revealed at that point. I'm thinking the title will be revealed. We'll probably get some big casting news during Comic-Con. And maybe if we're lucky, if they got the right characters or whatever, we could get the poster. I think the poster might come towards the end of this year. But I think right now we'll probably get the title, the cast. And I'm very curious to see what goes on there. Again, nervous and reserved regarding the cast, because I just feel like it could be another The 100. So I have very much mixed reservations about the whole cast. But I am hoping and being positive. I feel like one of the things that hurt The 100, though, is it's on the CW, which is mainly a teen-based channel. Whereas AMC runs very mature adult content. So I feel like that could make this show a lot better, whereas The 100 failed because it's basically on a teen network. I think this could work better, and I'm very excited to see what they do with it. However, with what we also know is this will be airing in 2020. So we're going to be getting a lot of Walking Dead content in 2020. We got season 10. We'll have Fear season 6. I know fans are thinking, they're going to cancel Fear and merge that with the original show. I do not believe that. As much as Fear's ratings may be falling, it's still making AMC a lot of money. So there's no way they're going to cancel that right away. They're going to keep that around for a bit. And then we'll have this new show of the Rick Grimes first movie likely coming out. And we'll have issue 200 of the comics. So there's a lot coming out. One thing I think they will end up doing, and I wouldn't be surprised, and I think it's be actually a good thing if they did this, is they'll probably double up on shows. I think if you watch any of the procedural shows, like look at NCIS. On Tuesday nights they do, I think it's the regular NCIS, and then they do one of the spinoffs. I think they'll probably start doing that with The Walking Dead when this new show comes out. They'll probably start airing the second half of The Walking Dead season 10. Then they'll probably air this at the end of the season 10 finale, similar to what they did with season 4 of Fear last year. And then in a few weeks, they'll probably, the following week or in a week or two, Fear will probably start back up, and they'll have both shows air at the same time. It might be an issue with Talking Dead. They might have to double up on Talking Dead, having a actor from both shows being on one episode of Talking Dead. That might be an issue. But I do think they're going to double up on shows, because otherwise we'll have every single week of The Walking Dead, another Walking Dead content. So I think personally, and I think a lot of people might agree with me, as much as yes, this sounds great, we're getting a lot of Walking Dead content, they could easily burn out fans. They want to be careful with this, because they don't want to air 40 weeks of The Walking Dead, because this is going to be a 10 episode season 1, which is actually different than the previous two shows. They both started out with season 1 only having 6 episodes, so we got a 10 episode season here. Now, So that would mean we got 16 of both Fear and the original show. That'd be 32. So that'd be up to 42 weeks of The Walking Dead a year, plus the Rick Grimes movie. So 43 weeks of The Walking Dead content. I think fans would get burned out, if I'm being honest. I think that's a real thing that could happen. I feel like there's so much Walking Dead you can put on before fans are just like, enough. And I get it. Look, I'm a huge Walking Dead fan too, and I'm excited. But I think they need to be cautious. Because fans, again, burn out. Burnout's a real thing. Overload. It just, too much of one thing at one time just is overload. And you could just easily be like, oh, there's just too much of it. And look, I know right now you're probably thinking, yeah, I'm all in this. I'm all in for 43 weeks of The Walking Dead. Trust me, when it happens, if it happens, trust me, I do believe you'll probably be saying it's something else. Because burnout will happen. I believe it is something that will affect this franchise if you're not careful. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. Are you excited? What are your hopes and predictions for the upcoming series? What are some things you'd like to see the show kind of explore? I might do like a predictions of what I want to see a spin-off explore. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, what you'd want to see, casting ideas. Maybe I'll go into a casting thing as well. Let me know all that information in the comment section down below. And let's have a nice, lively discussion about this new spinoff in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions regarding The Walking Dead's third spinoffs. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way don't miss more future Walking Dead content moving forward. This is Envision here with Blind Entertainment. And I'll see you next time.